Hello, happy Sunday to you all. Happy Sunday. We are a minute late. Sorry for that. Apologies. Uh, some things can make you not to meet up with the desired time. So, welcome to today's webinar. It's our weekly Sunday gathering with the home heroes. Yeah. Like I always say, the home heroes are the parents in the Parents Academy. So, this is our weekly meeting with the parents in the Parents Academy. I am your coach, Mma Okoye, a guidance counselor, the founder, the Parents Academy, and the founder, Global Initiative for Proper Parenting. Equally, the founder, Teachers Hub. Yesterday, we are here with the teachers. Today, it is for the parents. So, what are we going to talk about today? Today, we are going to look at creating emotional safe space for in the house, emotional safe space in the house. So, if you are new on this channel, please click the subscription button, like this video, and share to other parents. Okay, we are running straight into the business of the day. So, the topic today is creating an emotional safe space for your children. Yeah, most children are coming from lots of emotional unstable families, a family where they're only seen but they're not heard. And that's why a lot of children go through lots of abuses, go through lots of emotional trauma and all of that. Now, a lot of them perform badly in school, not because they're dull, not because they're not learning, but because of the emotional stress they're having at home. When we talk about mental health, stress is part of it, anxiety and depression. So when the space in the house is not emotionally stable, it means that the child can develop one form of mental health challenge or the other. A lot of us are coming from such families. I mean, a lot of us adults are coming from such families, and it is reflecting in what we are doing now as adults. I believe we wouldn't want that for our children. Let's delve into the business of the day. So, because the home should be their safest place, children thrive when they feel seen, heard, and safe. The home is supposed to be a child's safest place. So when the home is no longer a safe place for the child, it becomes a problem. It becomes emotionally challenging. Let's look at this, the big idea, why emotional safety matters. Why does it matter? Would your child come to you first if they were bullied or scared? I'm asking you, I mean you, mommy, daddy, if your child is bullied or scared about something, will your child come to you first or talk to his or her friends first? I've seen a lot of children who are sexually abused. The first people they talk to are their peers. Why do you think so? Because the home, it does not have emotional safety for that child. The child doesn't see an adult he or she can confide in inside her home, and that's an error. Emotional safety is the foundation of confidence, learning, and resilience. Without it, children feel isolated, even at home. So, when the house is not safe, I mean, emotionally, you can provide everything the child needs. I mean, the money, you take them out, you take care of maybe their spiritual needs, you always pray from one ministry to the other, and all of that. Even taking that child from one ministry to the other can also cause emotional stress for that child. But let's talk about the home here now. You can provide all of that, but you are not present. You are not there, as in, you are not there. The child doesn't feel you, the child doesn't connect with you. For that child, that home is emotionally unsafe. And if anything happens, maybe bully, scared, or anything, that child cannot talk to mommy or daddy first. Rather, the child will talk to other people or bottle it up and start acting it out. So when your child starts acting out certain things, please do well to call that child, sit the child down, find out what could be the problem. So after watching this, please call your children, ask them, if someone bullied you or you are scared about something, who will you talk to first? If someone tries to abuse you, who will you talk to first? Ask your children this question, and you are going to get responses that will make you have a rethink in your parenting style. You can drop your questions as you watch and drop your thoughts and comments. Now, I'm asking you as an adult, when you were growing up, if you're abused, bullied, or scared, I mean, when you were younger, from let me say throughout your primary school and secondary school, who would you talk to? Who were you talking to first? Was it your parents or your peers? Growing up, a lot of us during our time, a lot of us talked to us, their classmates, instead of talking to their parents. I witnessed that. I saw lots of people do that. So you, as an adult, while growing up, who were you talking to first when you have challenges in terms of abuse, bullied, or scared? Now, emotional safety, like I said earlier, is the foundation of confidence, learning, and resilience. So if your child do not have any of these three, then know that there is lack of safety, lack of emotional safety in your home. Without these, children feel isolated even at home. Yes, they feel isolated even at home. What emotional safety looks like at home. I've kept on saying emotional safety, emotional safety, emotional safety. So, what does it look like in the house? First, let me analyze what I mean when I keep talking about emotional safety. The first is emotional safety means open and respectful communication in the house. Most times we think that children do not deserve respect. You cannot talk to your children anyhow, and you expect that child to learn how to talk to people with respect. There are lots of parents, they can't talk to their children without yelling, without shouting. I mean, you are calling that child for the first time. You've not said anything or given that message before. As you're calling the child, you're like, John, John, will you come here? You've not called the child before and that child didn't answer. You are just transferring your own childhood trauma that is yet to be dealt with. You are transferring it to your children. That's being unfair to the children. And before you know it, you replicate that pattern in your children. It continues. And that's why sometimes you see people say that in their family, they yell too much. In their family, that they don't talk calmly. It's a negative pattern in that family. And you are transferring it to your generation, from your children to their children's children. So when there is no open and respectful communication, when I'm talking about open communication, I mean a place where your children can express themselves without being judged or condemned. They are free to air their view. They are free to talk about their emotions. They are free to talk about how they feel without being shut up. Because sometimes when they talk, we say, "Will you shut up there? Who asked you to speak?" You are creating an emotional unsafe place in your family and in your home, and that will affect that child. The child, by the time the child grows up, the child starts replicating that. Remember, children learn more by watching. So what are you modeling? If you want your child to have respectful communication, you need to model that. Even a 1 year old child deserves respect. Yes, that 1 year old child is a human being. Then, emotional safe home is a place where there is no fear of punishment for expressing emotions. Remember, today we are talking about how to improve communication skills in the family, and we are looking at creating emotional safe space in the family. So, the next is consistent affection and presence. You are not present today and you are lacking tomorrow. You don't show affection today and you are not showing tomorrow. There's something I posted on Facebook, on my Facebook page. I talked about hugging. What hugging does to the brains of the children, what hugging does to that child. Now, I ask you, have you hugged your child this week? If you've not done that, uh, I know you may be watching after the live video, so pause it now, go hug your child, come back and continue. Have you done that? Thank you very much. As I'm talking about that, remember to subscribe to this channel for undiluted and unfiltered parenting teaching. We give it raw. We don't paint it. We don't sugarcoat it here. Okay, so let's continue. The next is an emotionally safe home is a place where parents listen without judgment. I've said that before. I don't want to stress this again. Parents listen without judgment. So look at all the things I pointed out here. Ask yourself, is my home emotionally safe? If there's any of them that you are not doing well in your home, then know that your home is not emotionally safe. Your children may not tell you, but ask certain questions, ask some open-ended questions. You will agree with me that truly your home has not been emotionally safe. Now, what can you do to make your house emotionally safe? Continue with what you are doing. Look at what we have already and implement them so that your home will be emotionally safe. Today, I said we're talking about how to improve communication skills in your house, and we are looking at creating emotionally safe space. If you are just joining in, please subscribe, like, and share to other parents. If you're a home hero, please answer present. Yes, every home hero that enters on Sunday should answer present. Let know that you have joined in. All right. Now, common mistakes that break emotional safety. You know, sometimes we do all of these things unconsciously. Remember, I told you, we grew up with this and we thought they are normal. We didn't know that we were actually damaged. Our parents damaged a lot of us. Like I always say, if they knew better, they would have done better. A lot of us are damaged adults. We are just patching. We are just patching. So when you constantly yell or shame that child instead of guiding, and when you use certain words in talking to the children, there are words you are not supposed to use. When you constantly use those words, your house is emotionally unsafe for your children. When you keep yelling instead of talking calmly, something you've not said before, you are just saying it for the first time, you are yelling, your house is not emotionally safe. Then the next thing is dismissing emotions. When your child tries to show emotions and you dismiss it, you're like, you are too sensitive, you are behaving like a woman, you're always complaining, you are this, you are that, you're always looking sad. Yes, he or she is always looking sad. Have you tried to find out why that child is always looking sad? You are every time you are sleeping. Yeah, Onyinye Felicitas is here. Thank you so much for engaging. Thanks for coming on board. So you are always telling your child, you are always sleeping. You are not. You are lazy. You are not doing things well. You have a name for everything. You are like a goat, you are a sheep. You just using names. Your house is not emotionally safe for that child, and you are exposing your child to your child could be exposed to abuses and bottle it up. Your child could go through lots of mental stuff and bottle it up because the home is not emotionally safe. Your child will prefer to talk to his or her classmates when they're emotionally down instead of talking to you. Now you can imagine your child is talking to their classmates. What do they know? What advice can they give more than you, the parents? So you are indirectly or directly pushing that child outside. And for the girls, then when you make your house emotionally unsafe for the girls, if a man comes to trying to play that role which you refuse to play, she will easily tilt towards anything that man is saying, and the child will be easily deceived. Even for the boys, a lot of boys are being messed up emotionally by females. Yes, I've heard and handled so many cases. A lot of men are being messed up emotionally by females because they lacked emotional safety in their homes. So when a girl comes, I'm like trying to worship them, listen to them, cook for them, tap them at the back, they fall in for that girl. And by the time the girl start messing them up, they cannot go back. They're stuck because you lay the foundation of emotional unsafety in the house. So it destroys the child, it destroys the adult, it doesn't help. So I'm listing out these mistakes. So you ask yourself, am I keeping my house emotionally safe or emotionally unsafe for my children? So when you are dismissing emotions, you are creating an emotionally unsafe space for your child. Then the next is using silence or withdrawal as punishment. Maybe because your child committed something. Remember, children, they're not perfect human beings. I hope you know. We all grew up. We were once children. We know what we did when we were growing up. So these children are not perfect. They're clays given to you for you to mold, for you to shape, for you to guide, for you to direct. Don't expect perfection. And then as human beings, especially when they become teenagers, they're bound to maybe what we can call stubbornness, and they can be lazy. Yes, all of these things come with the adolescent stage, adolescent development. At that point, that is the point a lot of parents lose their children. At that adolescent stage, they lose their children at that point, because you don't even understand what is going on in the life of that child. You are presuming your own, giving it a name, without considering what is going on in the life of that child. Why is this child acting this way? Why is this child not hearing what I'm saying? What is blocking his ears? What is blocking her ears? It could be emotional trauma. Your child could be going through stuff, maybe from school or maybe from friends and all of that. At that stage, they seek validation a lot, and you are not giving that validation. Maybe they're having a bad day at school and you are worsening it. So when they express these emotions, try to understand how they feel, what's going on with them. Be there, show concern. Don't say, oh, because I told you to sweep the house today and you did not sweep, and when the child comes, you use silence on your child. A girl was telling me in one of our school visitation that the mom has not talked to her for 1 month. I mean, keeping malice with your daughter for 1 full month. I'm like, is this woman normal? You are creating emotional unsafe space for your child. Or when the child comes to talk to you, you withdraw. You won't talk, you won't say anything. If there are things that are very important, I mean very, very important things for the child, you keep quiet, you keep calm, you don't talk, because the child didn't do what you asked that child to do. Meanwhile, you are the authority in that house. So be checking yourself and know whether you're creating emotionally safe space or emotionally unsafe space in your home. Now, the next thing you do that can break emotional safety in your house is comparing siblings or setting unrealistic standards. Now, as a parent, you're supposed to know your child's strengths and weaknesses. If, as a parent, maybe your child is up to 5 years and you say you don't know your child's unique strengths and weaknesses, you are not getting it right. Like for myself, I have 4 children. Not 4 of them have the same strength. Not 4 of them have the same weaknesses. I know each of them. Now, when I start comparing, I have 2 boys and 2 girls. Now, let me say, I start comparing the two genders. For the girl, maybe the younger one is performing better than the senior one, because that's when we always compare. If I start comparing the 2 girls or comparing the 2 boys, can't you see how your brother is behaving? Can't you see how your sister is behaving? I am creating an emotionally unsafe space. The other person is likely to confide in his or her friends or bottle it up. And that causes great damage in adulthood. A lot of marriages are breaking up today. We are hearing divorces here and there today because so many adults in that marital union are coming with baggages from the type of parenting styles their parents chose. So when these negative baggages come together, you are broken and broken, and both of us are living in that house. The house will definitely fall into pieces. In Nigeria, we say the house go fall yakata. Yeah. So we are coming from a lot. So don't transfer that to your children. That's why you need to make your house emotionally safe for children to thrive, for children to develop healthy skills. It helps a lot. Now, I said the unrealistic standards. That's why I talked about their strengths and weaknesses. Now, you know your child is an average learner and you're expecting your child to get 98 over 100, and you've not done anything to assist. I made a post on Facebook about that. The results are going to come. Within the school time, you did not care to ask that child, which subject are you having issues with? Which topic is disturbing you? How can I help? What can I do? How can I get resources to help you? You didn't ask that question. But once the result comes, you bring Ken, lie flat. Those people that took first position, how many heads do they have? Meanwhile, what did you do? You already know the weakness of your child. What did you do? Or let me say, some don't even know. the weakness of their child. So that is setting unrealistic standard. Then another thing we do, your cousin uh, XYZ can write 1 to 1 million, and you cannot even write 1 to 20. What have you done to help him? You are setting standard without assisting. So if you are doing that, you are creating an emotionally unsafe space in your house. Discipline without connection breeds fear, not respect. Your child should respect you organically, not fearing you. If your child starts fearing you, by the time that child gets to 20 years, the child can leave the house without even calling you, without even caring about you, abandon you. And at that point, especially when the child starts making small money, your words cannot mean anything to that child again. It cannot. You can't influence or advise that child. So when you are disciplining for your child to fear you, you are not getting it right. The respect should come organically. Like when my father was alive, God bless his soul. By the time I got married, I had my 4 children. If I come back with my children, and my if you see how my father sends me message, Chidema, go and get me a cup of water. As he sent me message as if I was that 6-year-old child. But I didn't feel bad. I was even smiling to do that. I was happily doing that because the respect was organic. It was inside me. I didn't have fear for him because he was the kind of father that I could sit with him, gist with him, as in we play, we laugh. I can even joke with him and we laugh about it. So he was that kind of father. So even as a mother of four, and he tells me, "Will you kneel down there?" I won't even talk twice. I will kneel down instantly. I tell him, "Do you even want me to hands up?" I will do that. So that's organic respect. We had that organic respect from him. He was a disciplinarian, yes, but he was able to build respect, not fear. He disciplined us in a way that we had that respect for him. And when we were doing his burial, we showed the world that we honor this man. So if as a parent you've not gotten to that level, you are not getting it right. Okay, Felista, I say thanks so much for today's lecture. When you talk to a child in a low tone but he fails to comply, what will you do to correct that? Okay, I'll answer that, but that will be at the end of the lecture, so I don't deviate from what I'm saying. Now, the next is how to build an emotionally safe space. 3 powerful actions. Number 1, name emotions together. Help kids label how they feel. The other day, my son came to me. I said, "How was school today?" He said, "Fine." I said, "Okay, how are you? How did you feel today?" He said, "I don't feel good. I feel depressed." I said, "Depressed in my house?" "Why are you depressed?" Say, "My shoe is cutting." He now showed me the under of his shoe. "My shoe is cutting. I need it changed." I said, "Oh, no problem. I'll be going to market this week. Once I go to market, I'll buy your shoe for you." I said, "Are you happy now?" He said, "Yes." He now smiled. This is someone in SS2 that is even for me senior in school. So I now said, "Guy, come and hug me." Immediately he smiled. I hugged him, tapped his back, and that's it. Now, assuming he came back from school, I didn't look at his face and say, "How was school today? Did you have challenges today? Can you tell me how your day went?" He will bottle that up. And the next thing I will now say, "Will you go and sweep the house? Will you go and do the..." At that age, he may rebel, he may delay to go to what I told her to do. I will not understand that this is coming from the point of his shoe spoiled. And boys, they're not like girls. If it's my daughter, she'll just come and say, "My mommy, my shoe spoiled." She won't say I'm depressed. So each person with his or her own unique personality. So as a parent, that's what you need to observe in all of them. My daughters cannot come and say I'm depressed because my shoe is spoiled. They cannot do that, especially my second daughter. She's very expressive. So, but this other one is not as expressive as the sister. I cannot compare and say, "Why will you say you're depressed? If it's your sister, she will not be." I cannot do that. He's unique. That's how his own God created him. That's his own life. So you see, these are the things we can do to create emotionally safe space. And the next thing, he was so happy. And I said, "Go and bring me my food," with smile and happiness. He brought my food, brought water and all of that. So we need to create emotionally safe space in the house. So powerful things you can do. Name the emotions. How do you feel? "I feel depressed. I feel angry. I feel sad. I feel happy. I don't know how I feel." And at adolescence stage, they have mood swing. They can be happy this morning and angry in the next minute because the hormones are vibrating. The hormones are vibrating. So the hormones are hyperactive at that stage. So mood swing is always there. I went to one secondary school. I was talking to the SS2 boys and girls. I now told them about mood swing. I explained to them how it happens. They said, yes, you are correct. But how come my mommy cannot understand this the way you're understanding it? I told them, your mommy doesn't know. If she knows, she will understand. So even my dad cannot understand. They say if he knows, he will understand. So they go through emotional swing. They don't even understand what is happening to them, but they just wake up feeling angry, feeling like to disrespect you, feeling like don't disturb me, don't give me any message today. I just want to lie down on my bed and rest. Don't disturb me today. That's how they feel. These are natural things that happen in the lives of teenagers. During our own, we may have not noticed it well because of the awareness wasn't there, and the way our parents raised us with so much fear, intimidation, and all of that. So some of us will also know it, but we don't even know the name to call it. We don't even understand what was happening to us. So if you felt it as a teenager and you did not even know what was happening to you, please put that in the comment section. I want to read how you felt as a teenager when it comes to emotional swing. Did you experience that, or you knew that some days you just wake up and you don't need disturbance from anybody? Some days you are energetic, you want to do this and all that. If you felt that, please drop it in the comment section. So label the emotions. Model calm and honesty. Children mirror what they see. I said it before, they model what they say. I don't want to repeat that again. Validate before correcting. Start with, I understand you are upset, or I understand you feel depressed now. I understand how you feel now. So validate first before you correct. I understand you feel very upset now, but next time, don't do this way, that way. If you do it this way and that way, you're gonna also get me upset. So, and also use the I statement. Learn to use the I statement, okay? The benefits you will see when you put up all of this, just go and practice it. You come back to the comment section to tell me your result. If you're a home hero, I mean the parents academy, practice this and you drop in the academy the result of all of that. So the benefits you will see, there'll be increased trust and openness, there'll be better behavior and cooperation. Yes, that is true. There'll be better behavior and cooperation. There'll be improved mental health and confidence. Even your own mental health will improve, and that of the children. In the Parents Academy, we have 4 agendas. One of them is ensuring the stability of the parents' mental health. We are training the parents in the academy in a way that you don't lose your sanity before. Okay, and yes, even now as an adult, some days are like that. Exactly. Me too, me that is talking, some days are like that, especially women, because of the different hormones we have. Some days you just wake up, the emotional swing is there. We have it as adults. Then when it's happening to our children, we are like, why will it happen to you? Not be juju be that. We should not blame them when it happens to them. And it starts from adolescent. That's why at adolescent that the hormones are preparing them into adulthood, because once it starts, you keep having it. You keep having it. The mood swing, you keep having it. So if it's happening to us, why can't you understand what is happening to them? Thank you so much, Onye, for engaging. So if as a parent you practice what I taught this night, your own mental health will be stable. Like I was saying, I said the parents in the Parents Academy, one of our agenda is to make sure the parents raise responsible, resourceful, morally sound, and highly productive individuals without losing their mental sanity. If you don't do that, you lose your mental sanity because you are parenting. By the time your children have grown and become something, you're already suffering from mental disorder. That's not fair. That's not good. You're not being fair to yourself. So as you are yelling to them, you are also affecting yourself. So a stronger long-term relationship, that's what it builds. It builds safe kids who will become strong adults. We have lots of weak adults. Now, coming to the question Onye asked, she asked her, you keep talking to a child and the child did not hear. Can you please tell me the age of that child? Because the age is equally important. That's why in the Parents Academy, any lecture we give, oh, Oluchi Wadi is here. Hello, thank you for coming on board, Oluchi. Like in the Parents Academy, we give lectures based on age. We give them stage by stage because we have different parents with different age group of children. So we tell them from age this to this, your child is expected to do this. As a parent, you are going to do this. From age this to this, your child will do this. As a parent, you do this. What works for a child of 3 years cannot work for a child of 13 years. So in the Parents Academy, we look at stage by stage psychological development of a child. That's what we do. So for the parent who is talking to a child in a low tone and he fails to comply, the next thing you are going to do, you call that child. When you are happy and the child is calm, call that child, sit that child down, and you ask the child, why is it that I will say something in a low tone and you will not obey, you will not comply? Can you tell me what is going on? Is there anything going on in your life? Is there anything I can help? Talk to me. You look at that child eyeball to eyeball. Tell the child, it's me, your mommy. Talk to me. What is going on in your life? I want to know. I want to be part of that. I want to share with your problem. Remember, problem solved is a shared is a problem solved, depending on the age of the child. I wish I know the age of the child because it has to do. This I'm saying, you don't say that to a child of 3 years. But then they have their own language. Even when you say that, you use a very simple language that they will understand. And when you finish talking, you ask your child, please repeat what I said, to be sure your child actually understood what you are saying. Then when you do that, you watch the child. Try next time to talk to that child, see if that will repeat again. It could be that the child is going through stuff nobody knows. It could be about the friends in school, grades in school, teacher in class. It could just be anything. So find out if the child is going through stuff. If the child is not going through stuff and you think it's being stubborn or disrespectful, call the child again. This thing is not one off thing. It's something you continuously do. You now call the child again and you're like, okay, assuming you are a parent now and I'm your child, you talk to me in a low tone and I don't I don't comply, I behave this way. You must give it a name. Mention exactly what that child did. How will you react? You will hear response. Then you now say, okay, thank God you are responding this way. That means I should do this and do that. So you have that conversation that you engage the child. Let the child be part of that conversation. Okay, your next step. You don't have to be a perfect parent. I always say it in this program. Then for Onyechi, there's a video I had with a home hero. I think it was two. One was it's two videos. One was about how her journey from yelling to how she corrected yelling, something of that nature. So look through our videos. You see one of them that was a practical example. You hear from the home. Just the video I had with one was with Chinasa, the other one was with Chi Ifeme. Listen to that video, the conversation. It will help you a lot in this your question. It will honestly help you very well. Okay, so you don't have to be a perfect parent, just be present one. Just be a present parent and you'll be able to sort out all of this. The challenge. So this week, I'm giving all my home heroes this challenge. If you're a home hero, you're going to do this challenge and respond in the academy. So this week, choose one moment to listen longer. Don't just talk, talk, talk. You need to listen longer. You need to react with empathy and also say, I'm here for you always. So when you learn to do that, you are going to see a drastic change, positive change in your relationship with your children, and you end up creating an emotionally safe space. Remember that on holidays now, we are used to taking them to school and we are free in the house or business or work. This time around, they're going to make you talk. They're going to stretch you. This time they're on holidays, they're going to stretch you. They're going to make you feel like, oh, when is this school opening? this is the best time to create emotionally safe space. So by the time they're going back to school, they are fully recharged. They have this high confidence. And okay, Onye Felicita said 14 years. Beautiful. At 14 years, what I said will perfectly work. So your child is going through some hormonal changes. That's number one thing you need to understand. So most times at that age, they can have stuffs with friends. Maybe there's something they want to achieve that they've not achieved. So you need to really sit down and talk it out with this child. Tell the child, I am here for you. In fact, once the child comes, the first thing you do is to hug, pat at the back, sit and say, oh, today I want us to have mommy child talk. You look at your child eyeball to eyeball, drop the phone at that point and say, I'm worried. I'm worried. And your child will be like, Mommy, why? It's about you. And when I say something in a low tone, after saying it, you don't comply. And that gets me worried. Is this how you are going to become responsible? What if you start working and your boss tells you to do something in a low tone, you don't comply? Don't you know it's capable of making you lose your job? Even when you enter the university, little thing as not obeying my own instruction in the house can make you develop this bad habit. Then you do that in the school. It could cost you relationships, meaningful relationships that will build something meaningful for you. It could cost you your courses. So please, can you tell me what the problem is? Why do you always do this? I'm interested. It seems you are going through something. I'm here to help you. Please tell me, what is it? Let's talk about it. You will see your child open up. And even if he says, oh, mommy, nothing, from that moment, that child will become conscious of it and intentionally not do that again. It's either the child will say, mommy, nothing, I'm fine, or the child will open up. Any of them will still solve the problem for you. It's good you are here. That's why I always encourage parents to come to this webinar, because this webinar is free. You didn't pay to be here, but you are getting the knowledge that will help you in parenting. Parenting journey is not something you want to do alone. You need the support. We are, all of us are in this journey today. Even myself, I'm not perfect. I'm equally learning. We are in this journey together. We are just here trying to learn and do things better so we can raise better children. All of us need to rest in our old age. We don't want in our old age we are still struggling with training and adults. We don't want that. We want our children to be independent at a younger age and take care of themselves and even take care of us. That's the dream of every parent. We don't want our children coming to social media to disgrace us. Today, we are seeing so many children disgracing their family name, dragging their family name in the mud all over the social media, maybe through TikTok, all of that, behaving in an abnormal way just because of the small money the social media platforms are paying. They can do something more meaningful and still get that money. It mustn't be something that will drag the family image on the mud. So the time to start is now. The time to start is now. In fact, you should have started yesterday, but since you didn't start yesterday, start now. Okay, thank you so much for showing up. If you listen to this point, if you are listening after the live webinar, I appreciate you. Thank you so much. Consider joining the Parents Academy. It's just 5,000 naira monthly subscription. 5,000 naira, what you will gain is bigger than 5,000 naira. Now I ask, what can 5,000 naira do for you in Nigeria of today? You can also pay in different currencies. If you need that, let us know. We'll send you our seller link. You pay through the seller. We have different people from different countries there. Then our teachers masterclass is going on. If you are interested and you want to upgrade as a teacher, pay for the teachers masterclass. If you need more information about that, go to the description of this video. Our email address is there. Write to us or drop a comment in the comment section. Oh, thank you so much, Onye. You are welcome. Thank you for joining in. Thank you for engaging. Thank you for asking. I hope I did justice to your question, Onye. I hope I did that. Okay. So go to the description of this video, get the link to join the Parents Academy. Go visit our seller store. You see lots of digital products that can help you as a parent, as a teacher. Visit the store and pick one for yourself. You need to keep learning, growing, and upgrading. Thank you once again. Let's do this again next week Sunday. Remember, it's our Sunday gathering. See you in the next edition of this Sunday gathering. I remain your coach, Mma Okoye. Bye.